Hi, I'm Arpit Banerjee and I'm a management consultant at PricewaterhouseCoopers India. We had freedom fighters, we had authors, we had sports people, we've had cultural people, and it just brings a lot of glory to the city in terms of what has been achieved over the past centuries. I'm not a believer of alarmist statements to the extent that the city will be underwater by 2030 or 2040. There are always thresholds that are defined for climate change. For example, what is to say that the world won't be a habitable place at 1.6 degree, but will be very habitable at 1.49 degrees, right? There's nothing to say that. What we care about or what we should care about are more equitable societies. Unless we are investing in building the capacity of people to survive in the event that a catastrophic event like flooding happens, or a catastrophic event like food scarcity or shortage happens, or there are heat waves, droughts, floods, extreme weather events, etc. The focus now should be to increase the adaptability of people in order to deal with these scenarios, because we are too late in the day to mitigate climate change. We must invest heavily in preserving the mangroves that are present in the coastal regions of the state, because mangroves are natural buffers and barriers to storms and cyclones. They absorb a lot of the shock that comes from wind speeds as well as from the sea. So there is a need to preserve these, absolutely create laws that do not allow deforestation of mangrove areas and industrial development of such areas, because we need them to protect us from the cyclones and storms. We have to invest in building the capacity of the localities, the fishing communities and the villagers in coastal regions to deal with cyclones better. This might be in the form of better early warning systems to warn them of the impending danger. It might be through resilient infrastructure. So rather than them living in traditional thatch roof houses, we might want to explore what are some of the better solutions and better building material or infrastructure that can help them deal with cyclones and extreme weather events. We need to identify what is fit for the city of Kolkata. Do we want to create an ecosystem where there are a lot of electric vehicles that run on the city roads, because the average distances traveled in Kolkata are within less than 6 kilometers or 10 kilometers? Do we need as many electronic vehicles on the road, or should we strengthen public infrastructure or public transportation? Because if we were to have renewable electricity powering the metro rail, renewable electricity or battery-led buses plying between the streets, it would be a much more equitable solution than increasing the burden of electric vehicles. We can sort of motivate people to use bicycles in their commute, and we can arrive at more optimal solutions to deal with the challenge, rather than going the traditional approach of overconsumption again. As we see temperatures soaring in the country and heat waves gripping our country, a lot of people are switching on their air conditioners. What that is doing is it's tripping the load in the grid, and we are faced with large-scale power shortages. In order to mitigate the power shortage, power companies are prioritizing transfer of coal using railway lines to the power plant so that we can deal with the problem better and we can supply electricity to cool homes. But it's a negative feedback loop, because burning more coal is creating more emissions, which will lead to more warming in the future. So there might be a need to just educate citizens. Just powering up your air conditioning by 2 points, not running it at 18 but at 21, would prevent a lot of these negative feedback loops that we are creating and would create good for the society later. I went to college in College Street, Presidency College. That's still one of the remaining tram lines of the city. So yeah, I remember bunking our classes in the afternoon, taking the tram, going down to Star Theatre and watching a couple of movies with our friends. It is very nostalgic as an experience.